Let's head back to the courts because the Supreme Court has, in a unanimous decision, upheld as legal Ghana's military cooperation agreement with the United States of America. The Ashanti Regional Youth Organizer of the NDC in 2018, Boja Jemfi, sued government, insisting the agreement was not in the interest of the state. Now, he urged the Apex Court to set aside the agreement. A 7-member panel of justices presided over by Chief Justice Kwesi Enin-Yeboah this morning described the case as unmeritorious. Court correspondent Joseph Akabley joins me on the vast Skype for more on this. Joseph, any specific reason given by the court for its decision and how they describe it as unmeritorious?
No specific reasons were given, Ernest, except that Chief Justice Kwesi Enin-Yeboah did indicate that the written judgment of the court is almost ready and they will be made available at the court's registry. And so the lawyers in the case and the individuals who brought this particular matter to the court can have a copy of it and study it and decide what next line of action should take. I've been engaging with Elikuli Mabamava. He is a legal practitioner who represents Mr. Jemfi in this particular matter. He makes the point that at this material moment, they don't have much to chew on because they are simply struggling to understand why an agreement that was not signed by the president before it went to parliament for ratification is said to be legal. And so until the Supreme Court gives a decision on that particular matter, as in having access to the decision and reading through, they are unable to decide what next line of action to take.
And I think we can listen to him now.
We can't make anything out of it because the Supreme Court did not give the reasons why it dismissed the case against the government.
But does this end the matter for you? I mean, once the court essentially is saying that there's nothing wrong with the agreement?
Well, they dismissed the case, and we don't know why they did that because as it is now, we've not been afforded, the opportunity to look at the reasons. When we get the reasons, we will know why the Supreme Court is saying that an agreement that was not even signed by the government of Ghana is a legal binding instrument on the government or the state. I think in the coming days, we will be able to expatiate or explain or even question what the Supreme Court's decision has been. But for now, I can't engage in any technical analysis of the decision.
And Joseph is still with me on Skype. Joseph, we understand there was another decision made by the court today relating to the bond issue by government in 2018. I recall that Daimok took on the finance minister. Give us some more background into this story and what the court decision was.
And so this related to the $2.25 billion bond issued by government in 2018. Yeah. The finance minister was actually accused of issuing a bond to his family and friends. That's an accusation that was made by the opposition NDC as a party as well as its minority MPs in parliament. The matter went to Shuad. Shuad cleared the finance minister of the conflict of interest allegation despite finding that they were one of the companies that may have been related to this particular transaction that he did not declare its interest in. They, however, said that he did no wrong in the issuance of the bond. The bond was done in a transparent manner. Daimok headed to the Apex Court saying that Shuad exceeded its mandate when Shuad made those pronouncements. And so they wanted the Shuad decision that cleared the finance minister to be set aside. Just like it happened in the military cooperation agreement, the Supreme Court did not give the reason behind its decision except to say that this particular matter by unanimous decision is unmeritorious. The Chief Justice presided over this particular one. He made a point that the decision will be made available at the court's registry for them to find out the reasoning behind it. The parties in the particular case are also saying that they want to have a copy of the decision and understand the reason before they decide the next line of action.
But did you engage them at all? What was their reaction following the court's pronouncement?
They make the point that they are unhappy about this decision. As far as they are concerned, Shuad should not have made those pronouncements. And so they are looking forward to understanding the legal basis and the reasoning behind the Apex Court's decision. And so that will inform their next line of action. But until that is done, this is the last decision that remains in terms of the bond issuance.
Joseph, thank you very much. And of course, we'll be following that to get the written judgment by the court and see what more we can make of it.